Alright there, boys and girls, welcome back to the old second channel of the Mike Papa Kilo 1414 channel. We got little zip ties and bias plies here. Really convenient place for this thing to burst. Usually they burst right where the actual hard hose connects to the focus. Come on, you can do it. There you go. Right where the hard connection is, but this one decided to split just past that for whatever reason. So we've got some extra coolant because this thing shit its guts out at that gas station right over there. And we got some stop leak just in case. You're gonna need some self-healing silicone tape of some sort and some silicon carne, as AVE calls it, some black silicone adhesive sealant. And you're gonna need a shop towel to clean that thing off. And as you can tell, I have a singular shop towel. So first things first, we're gonna let this thing cool down because I don't want to scald my my didgeridon'ts here. And then we'll go ahead and wipe that off and get started. As some of you may know, it is quite unnerving filling up your gasoline and having a nice warm puddle form at your feet. When Old Faithful finally went, she gave her all the chooch she had. Alright, so we let her cool off a bit here, because this stuff doesn't really like to set up when it's too hot, and there's still going to be coolant in there, kind of slowly trickling down. Since it's still warm, it's still kind of pressurized, even though there's a hole in it. Kind of helps, you know, if you come over here and relieve said pressure, if there's any left in there. That's a whole lot of nope. Usually go like a pop can. So we went ahead and took the cap there and popped the lid on the seal and attached this guy. So we're just going to give a nice healthy dose of the dark stuff. Liberal application, of course. The only thing I do liberally. And I probably should have cut this back a lot further because I'm going to have a lot of waste, but oh well. I guess you guys will learn from my mistakes because I haven't done this in about 5 years. And this is a very convenient place for this to break because it's right at the top. Usually they break, you know, like down in there somewhere in the heaving hell of wire harnesses. So I kind of lucked out because as soon as you press down on this, it's going to squish out everywhere, and you want more surface area for bonding because more surface area means more capacity to withhold stress and breakage and whatnot. So that looks pretty good. And then when you start wrapping this tape, you definitely want tension on it, and that's going to ooze out everywhere, and I can't do that holding a camera. So we'll be back. So I just cut off about an 18-inch section, or a man's 30-inch section, and went ahead and just wrapped around there. Especially if you have this good old 3400 in your Buick, Pontiac, Chevrolet, possibly the Cadillac from the early 2000s, you're definitely going to want that to cool down because that'll burn the absolute dog shit out of you. And like I said, a little overflow is good. So then we're going to take this stop leak. If you've got a 4-banger, like a 2-liter or less, about half of this will do 3,400, so 3.4 liters. You'll want to do about 2/3. And if you got a good old American V8 or V10 or something goofy like that, you should probably put the whole thing in there. But there's instruction mayonnaise for that. And then you want to make sure that all the antifreeze that came out goes back in. And I always have one of these 50/50 pre-diluted in my trunk for a reason. So go ahead and pour about 2/3 of this bad boy in there. Really, you should do it in the radiator, but I'm not taking any of this apart because that's a whole lot of nope. And then we'll see if I get up for work in the morning and make it to work with Old Faithful geysering again. This part is not entirely necessary, but you know, it helps. Junkie. And skadunk. That's about 2/3-ish. One more for Grandma. There we go. And we'll just top off to the fill line, which is that when cold, which she's not cold, so let her cool down just a little bit more and fill her up. And that's really about it. Ooh. And clean off your knife because this stuff is gross. So thanks for watching. Stay minty fresh. Check out the main channel, and as always, serpentine belts are done. Another tip, do this at night and let it sit overnight because that silicon carne needs time to set up. Fun fact.